welcome to today's web session on what's new with Adaptive Insights. My name is Megan Addy, and I'm a consulting manager with Armanino. I'm going to take you through some exciting new features and updates recently released. This video will focus on adaptive add-on tools, processes, adaptive discovery, and adaptive Office Connect. I've also released a companion video covering adaptive planning updates available to all users, so make sure to check that out and share it with your team. Processes, now referred to as collaboration, has combined the Processes and Tasks windows into one Process Overview window. For process owners, this streamlines the ability to create, edit, and delete processes and their tasks. Here they can view the overall process completion percentage and the status of each task, and enable or disable automatic task notifications for a process. For task owners, the process guide offers an ordered task list for users of Adaptive who don't log in often or are not finance users. Task owners click a link in an invitation email, log in, and then can see the tasks which they have been assigned. Clicking a task in the list navigates directly to the sheet, assumption sheet, report, workflow, or dashboard that needs to be worked on. Other improvements include marking a task complete by simply clicking the box, the ability to use the Notes tab for ongoing collaboration, viewing the target data of each task with an indicator if the task is running late, and hiding the process guide once every task in a process is marked complete. Moving on to adaptive discovery, Discovery has been redesigned for an improved user experience. This includes a simplified navigation as well as easy toggle between edit mode and presentation display. Edit mode also looks new with the left pane used for selecting charts and accounts, the design canvas in the center, and the right pane is used for setting time and data settings. You can now limit the dimensions that are available for data point and dial level drilling by specifying a custom drill option for an account as seen here. From the Visual Designer, select Edit Metrics to limit dimensions, and those will be applied to both data points and dial level drilling on all dials where that metric appears. Also new, you can now plot an account as an accumulative series or a cumulative sum on column, line, and area charts. See here in the data setting for a line chart where Accumulate Series is set to True. Moving on to Office Connect, we have some new features to discuss, and first up is repeating reports. If you've been through the process of copying tabs and then applying parameters individually, you will love this new feature where you can automatically generate all of those new tabs. Here's an example. This feature supports the following. It copies the worksheets and applies one element as a parameter to each sheet, names the sheets based on a user-defined naming convention, labels allow for an optional repeating report element to be used, refreshes data on all repeating reports by default, retains Excel formatting, styles, and formulas when copying the sheets, and of course retains all the metadata, the labels and elements on each sheet. To create repeating reports, open the worksheet that you want to copy and select Repeating Reports from the Office Connect tab. From this dialog, you can select the element type, elements, define the sheet name and format, and choose to refresh data as part of the copy process. Note that once you create repeating reports, these sheets will become individual tabs. Any formatting changes made to the original report from that point on are not linked or carried over. Another very helpful feature is the Find and Replace. With Find and Replace, you can find an element in a workbook or worksheet and replace it with other elements or leave it blank. Select the Find option from the Office Connect tab to open a dialog for finding and replacing elements. Find and replace elements across selected worksheets or a workbook. Auto filter from the tree navigation as you type to find an element. It's an unrestricted replace, so you can replace an element with a blank or with a different element type, such as find and replace dimension with a version. You are not limited to like replacements. Replacing an element must follow existing rules, however, and Find All generates a list that allows you to navigate through. As you might recall, the time elements in Office Connect were accessed from a time pane on the Query tab differently than in the Planning tool. These elements have now been realigned with the planning experience, so now as you look in the Planning tool, it will look similar to the time elements here in Office Connect with a similar navigation tree and no separate tab. And finally, if you've inflamed your carpal tunnel syndrome, clicking and unclicking the individual elements in that parameter selection process, then you're going to love this update. Office Connect now supports new selection and navigation functionality from that parameter tab, parameter dialog, and repeating reports dialog. Right-click an element or parameter to display a context menu with options to expand or collapse all. Woohoo! Additional selection options include selecting or clearing immediate children or all descendants. So that's it for today. These exciting new tools and enhancements are live now, so you can start using them immediately. Please join me in future webcasts discussing new features and helpful hints to better optimize your user experience of Adaptive Insights. As always, feel free to reach out to me or anyone on my team with additional questions. I hope you've enjoyed these few minutes of power learning, and have a wonderful day.